Hola amigos, hola amigas, Dorian here from Hoover. Welcome, bienvenido, croeso y assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel. Howdy y'all. So, I am in my apron and gloves and I'm not going to be making a cake. I'm going to be looking at this. These are parts to a vacuum cleaner. I'll put the packaging down there because I'm going to need it. To Sam Watson that I'm going to be polishing for him. Now he sent me these parts and I desperately have to do it now. I've held off. This is for a Hoover. I think it is, yeah, it's a 725, model 725. Now he has completely stripped down this for me to polish the parts of it. For a fellow collector. Right, so these are all the parts. That's just... No, that's it. So, here we have the parts of the model 725 that I've been asked to polish. Now, it's going to be difficult to do some of the parts because they're on the inside. But at least I will get the outside of it all polished up. And this handle on both sides. This little part, whatever that's for. This is the bag housing. I'll see if I can get that polished off. I might have to use the thing on that. This, the outside, the bell housing of it. And this. Now this, from what I have made from my one, the part that I needed for mine, this is actually, I think it is aluminium. I don't know. Anyway, I'll polish this gently anyway to see if I can bring it up. I don't want to damage it. So I'll do a little test part of that piece in particular. But this will all come up lovely, polished and lovely. So, I have got the parts I need to polish. I have got my polishing stuff here, which are all my polishing mops. They're too tough, I'll use that one. I got some here that I can finish off using. They're too tough. Plus they're manky. These ones are fine for starting. I've got my polishing blocks here. Oh, I just found a belt. There's a Kirby belt, excellent. Right, so I got all my bits and bobs in here for polishing. So I need to get the polishing wheel all set up. So I'll do that and then I'll come back to you. Right, I got everything over there set up now, ready for the polishing. The parts, the bucket, and everything I need on the polishing wheel. I've covered up everything over there because polishing makes a heck of a mess. It really, really is a messy job. So that's why I've got my old scrabby jogging pants on and an old painting t-shirt and the apron and then the old cloth then covering the lot because I don't want the bits of muck to scatter up over everything that's there. So I've moved some of the vacuums that we hear out of the way. It's not going to touch any of this. It's all going to go on the back of there and down on the floor. So I'm going to get everything set up and we will start with the first bit. So I got the part here that I'm going to be polishing and I have got the brown compound to start with and then the final buffing one, which will be the white one. So I'm going to put my foot on here to hold it in place. I'll just do this part normal and then I'll do the rest fast. Okay, so I'm going to put some brown compound on the wheel. And let's get polishing. There we go. Looks a bit different, doesn't it? This is only with the first pass. So there we go. So that is just the first pass. You can see the difference. And that's literally just, I haven't even finished with it yet. I'm only halfway through. So I'm going to crack on and finish doing this. I'm going to do it in fast forward. Okay, so this is the first part, done and dusted. Well, it's done and dusted as in on the machine. So now I have to, the thing about it is this is extremely old and full of scratches. It's not a thick piece of metal. I don't want to go any deeper with the polishing. I don't want to damage the shape or the... Do you know what I mean? I just don't want to go and damage it any further. This is extremely old. But you will agree from this to this is one heck of a difference. So what I'm going to do now is the next stage of the polishing, which is using the Dremel. So let's get back on the bench. So I've got you here on the workbench, and I've got my Dremel set up. And what I'm going to be using is some of this compound, which is Mother's Mag and aluminum compound. I'm going to, with a cloth, I'm just going to smear some of the compound all over it, so it's pre-coated, like that. Still more coming off. And then I'm going to use the Dremel on it. So this is going to take a little longer, so let me put you on fast forward. So I finished doing the Dremel in. What I'm going to do now is put a nice cloth down. I'm going to take off my gloves because I don't want to smear it. And I'm going to use another clean cloth. And I'm going to buff the whole thing. I'm not going to let you see it yet. I'm just going to get another cloth. Okay. Let's have a look. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. I'm sure Sam and Stuart will be very happy. Now we could do with another wipe over. When Sam's fitted it, I will say to him to give it another wipe over. If there's any more residue on it, where's it gone? I've got some of my Demon Shine, so I'll spray over it. And then with another clean cloth, just to remove any residue. Give it another quick polish. And there we go. Just giving it a teeny weeny little bit of extra protection. It feels lovely as well. There's a lot of deep scratches on it, like I said, but look at that. That's going to look really good on top of the vacuum cleaner. It's shining. Alright, so we've done one part. Now, we've got the rest to do. So I think I'm going to do the easier parts first, because it's just easier. So the next thing you're going to see is this little part here, this tiny little part. So you can see the before and after. And I'll come back to you in a minute when I've done this. Okay, so I've done this part as well. That looks a lot better now. So we've got two parts done. Next, I'm going to work on this, the handle. Okay, so I have done these three parts. This part was very, very difficult because it had some sort of coating on it, which I had to remove, and I removed the rust as well. But that looks a lot better now. And yes, it's lovely and shiny. You can see it reflecting. So with these pieces, so I got these three pieces down. I'm gonna have to call it a night for the. I have to call it a night. And tomorrow, I got this. Again, this, I don't know because it's made of an aluminium. I will try and polish it as best I can. That will be fine. That will come up really nice. Should come up like that. Fingers crossed. And then the main body, which is going to be a right pain in the bazunga, because it's very awkward and it's very big. But I will certainly give it a good go and get it at least. I know I will be able to get this panel absolutely sparkling. It will look like this, but I will have to go around the edges and see if I can do that as well underneath that lip, or at least the edges anyway. Right, okay, so that's it for tonight. It's not it for the video, it's going to be it for tonight, but for you it'll be a couple of seconds. So I shall leave these beautiful pieces there, all lovely and shiny, and I will see you tomorrow. So it is now day 2, and we are going to start on another part. So I'm going to move these lovely shiny pieces out the way. I do not want them splattered or damaged in any way whatsoever. And the next thing I'm going to work on is this. This is around the outside. And the only thing I have to polish that's going to be seen is this part here. So that's all I am going to polish, is this part here. Now, I have found that I seem to be getting better results by using this super fine wire wool, and then going over it then with the fine polishing wheel. So that's what I'm going to do for this part, at least anyway, and then going over it again with the Dremel. So I've got my pot here, and I'm just going to dab a little bit into here, and I'm just going to smear it around everywhere where I want it to clean. And put a bit more on, and then just work like buggery, rubbing my way around. Quite satisfying, actually. Now you kind of think, oh, I'm not getting anywhere, because I'm just getting it all smeared. Don't give up. Keep on going. Okay, now I'm going to take this off. And you will see that looks so much better just after the first polish. But it doesn't end there, I'm afraid, my little whippersnappers. That is just the first part. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you on fast forward for the rest. So there we go, that's what it looks like after I've used the mother's mag and the very, very fine wool. So what I'm going to do now is take it over to the machine, and using the white compound I'm going to finish off the polishing on it and come back. So I finished polishing it now with the white compound. So what I'm going to be doing again is just, actually, no, I will use the cloth. I don't want to get my gloves. I'm going to smear some more of this all over it. Like that. And go over it with the Dremel. Alright, so I'm going to put you on fast. Okay, so I finished the dremeling on that part. And I'm going to wipe this off. Alright, so there we go. I think you'll agree that looks much better. And the front of it there where the logo goes will be really good. So somebody asked about this. This is called Demon Shine. It's a spray-on shine, but I find it really good for removing any residue left over. I find it really good for that. Oop. I don't work for Demon Shine. I pay for it myself. It's not expensive, but I just find it very good. Right. Last final wipe. Another clean cloth. And when you're doing the parts that are visible, that are seen, because if I just show you, that's where the lid goes on it, like that. And now that looks fantastic. Now, look at that. It's going to be one very, very shiny. I don't even think it might have shined like that when it was new. Right, okay, let me move these out of the way. Now, I've got this part here, which I'm going to do some polishing up on this end. This is the tools attachment to attach external tools to it. And there's this, which personally I don't really want to do it, because I'll tell you the reason why is I think that this is coated in something. It is. This has got like a spray paint coating on it. See, all of the underneath of this is like a spray painted, whereas it's not. or it might have been at one time around it. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to do, see, because that matches that. So I'm going to polish the end piece here, but I'm not going to touch this, and I'm not going to touch this. This is underneath anyway, you're not going to see it. This is matte. I'll break it. It'll look awful, so I'm not going to touch these parts. And I'll explain to Sam. So the next thing we're going to be working on, which is the main body. This is it. The big boy, the big Kazumpa. That lifts up. That lets the brush roll come up. Like that. Alright, so I'm going to leave that like that. Because I'm going to start polishing this. Now, this is going to be a bugger. I've just got a feeling this is going to be a bit of a bugger. Right, so I'm going to take a nice big piece of steel wool and smother this in mothers. I'm going to do this whole front section first. This is a big bugger. It in the same direction. I'm going to work it in until it's almost disappeared. Ah, bloody hell. Okay, it's starting to shine. This is grafting, mate. During the day, I may have a little office job answering the phones. But during the evening, I'm super shiner. Look at that. That is just after one polish. Oh, if it was only that simple. Right, one down. 2 more to go. So I'm going to cut myself another piece of this. I'm going to work on this area first. And then I'm going to work on this back section here. But you can see your reflection a lot better. Now, this part here, which is rusted, I'll speak to Sam about doing this, because I don't think, I cannot find my, oh, I don't know what you call them, the wire spinny things. I can't find them anywhere. I don't know where on earth I've put them. I tried using the tools on the Dremel and they don't work, they're rubbish. Okay, anyway. I'm going to crack on with this, so I'm going to put you in fast forward because you'd be bored to tears. Okay, so it's had that twice and this with the mothers on it as well. So the next thing I'm going to do now is take it to the machine to finish it off, and then come back with another one of these, and then we got this bit to do then on the back. Right, okay, back in a minute. So there we go, my little whippersnappers. It is polished to within an inch of its life, and it certainly looks a lot better. This metal needs to be really dipped and acid cleaned and taken from 800 grit sandpaper all the way down to the finest, but unfortunately I don't have the tools for that. So using the machine over there, the polishing machine, and all the different stuff that you've seen me do has still made it look absolutely fantastic, and when it's all put together it will look really good. Now I didn't get to do this because that is a kind of like coated aluminium, and I don't have the tools to get in every single little nook and cranny, and it's going to look really rubbish. It's going to look really odd, so it's underneath anyway. Same goes for that. I was able to metal polish the end, but I wasn't able to do it because I can't get on all the nooks and crannies. Unfortunately, I didn't have any black spray paint because I was going to spray paint this, but I've polished it right down and taken all the rough off it, so it is primed, ready for painting. So when it's painted, it's going to look really, really smooth. Now, just for comparison, I've got my one here, and this is what this looked like before I started. It pretty much looked like this. So hopefully, after a lot of hard work, because I'll be doing the same thing to mine as well, which is this one here, it will look something like that. But even this has taken me 2 full evenings to get all this metal polished. I think it looks fantastic. If mine turns out like that, I will be extremely happy, because it really, really looks brilliant. Absolutely amazing. So anyway go, that is the end of the polishing video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Please comment, like and subscribe for more. This now is going to be packed off and sent to Sam. Sam is going to put it all together and send it off to its new owner, and that will be featured in a video as well, he said. And yes, so I'm going to send this off to Sam. So there'll be a bit of an higgledy-piggledy, but once Sam puts up the video, the refurb video, I will put the link in the description when it's up, and then you can follow on then. And Sam will also put this link in the video as well on his. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye y'all.